Our goal for the day.
We need to take this dog outside.
Okay. You want to take this as our only goal of the day?
I think we also have something else to do, but I forgot what. Yeah, it was to mount video and to play video games because we like it. But maybe we could do something productive like clean a bit the apartment.
Because making video is so much not productive. I'm going to do some. Ah! This was eating my chest. Now it's asking for hugs. Yes, I'm going to do some montage. I don't know how much. But I want the goal of the day to be to take this one out.
Oh, Gumby is so lovely.
Okay, so we have.
Look, we have the pelouse, like the lawn that has been basically cut. It's yellow and it's starting to burn. And here, look how luxuriant. This is food. This is literally cereals. I'm not sure of the species, so we need to check. But this could be a type of cereal.
In general, we are trying to implement the act of checking what stuff can be edibles outside, and we are going to show you how we do it. Basically, we take a picture, we search it with Google Lens, and we cross-reference different pictures, and if we have enough verification of the plants or fruit, we can eat them. Explain it again.
What?
Explain.
What?
What's the purpose of...
Taking our phone when we go with our dog outside?
Yes.
Okay, so basically, the forest is like a green lush of the diversity of a plant. If you look at it like that, you can't really understand what is going on, what plants are really in there. So what you need to do is to look for one plant at a time. And if you go outside every day with your dog, for example, each day you go outside, you can identify a new plant with Google Lens or an AI that can identify plants. I think Blossom is an app also to do the same. Not sure of the efficacy, but I heard of it. And doing this, pretty rapidly, you will start to be able to know what's around you in the forest. There is dog leash here. Do you want the free dog leash?
A dog leash? What?
Yeah, here, in the tree.
Oh, yes.
The small one. We like to walk outside barefoot because it's so good for your health and the health of your foot and for the health of your posture.
Notably the back.
Do it. We do it every day when we take Gump for walks. When we walked on this side a long time ago, we found some nice red berries from one of those pine-like trees, but we haven't identified what they were. We tasted just with like the tip of her tongue and it was really sweet. So I'm really curious to find them again, see which tree they are from.
Meanwhile, the dog is getting away.
Yeah, but come on! I think ours is longer.
But
so I think this tree, like this one. You know, it's those berries on the ground. They taste really sweet. And I'm curious to see if they're edible. So if we could identify the tree species.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture.
This was Taxus baccata. This tree right here. From what we saw, sorry, the sun is pretty bad. The fruit is edible. Only the seed in the middle is not edible. So the seed is like a dark brown, gray or black color, and the red part is edible. It's the only part of the tree which is edible. It's really sweet, but be careful. The stuff at the center is toxic, basically. We found a tree of horse chestnuts, so you need to be careful because horse chestnuts are toxic and are planted in more common areas, and they can be mistaken to chestnuts. So basically, chestnuts have usually 3 seeds inside the gong. I'm not sure of the specific name. And those, so here we have horse chestnuts, so something you do not want to eat. basically the shell is really tough, so if you can't really open it, don't eat it. And yeah, don't eat it. Bad.
As well, there are a lot of white strawberry bushes.
There are fruits in them.
Not
Oh, here,
this one.
look.
Here.
Wild strawberries. So as you can see, insects love them, but they are great, really sweet.
We made jam and syrup out of them,
Yeah.
and there are so much of them around that we could probably just eat only white strawberry for a day.
And like they're going on like it's been 5-6 months that they are fruiting, and they're still fruiting. So really long fruiting season for at least those ones.
Which is great because this goes on to show that you could easily feed a lot more people even with just a few bushes around.
They get huge, and look at those beautiful strawberries. So we are on our fasting day, so we won't be collecting those or eating those, but I can tell you that I'm smelling amazing strawberries here.
If people are interested in seeing how we harvest them, we can show it in another video. One last species we will be trying to identify. I just took one picture, so I hope it will be enough.
Are the same one we found earlier. So I'm pretty sure those are grains, and they could be edible. So
Oh, sure. There are still grain inside of
yeah,
those.
those are full of grains. Look,
Okay,
they're falling when I do this. These were recently harvested and planted, but by humans because buildings are near. And I'm pretty sure this is really toxic. So in French, it's petit cigu. I think it's small or common hogweed. No. Comment ça s'appelle en anglais?
Forgot.
We will need to check the name, but it's really toxic. Every part of this plant is toxic, poisonous. As you can see, there is absolutely no little air on the plant. As you can see, there are 3 little stuff like under the umbrella of the plant with white flowers that form a top like that.
Here we are going to show you a live feeding of the birds. So as you can see, the younger one is asking for food with specific sounds that cause the parents to vomit the food they processed themselves and to be able to feed the younger bird. But how it happened is actually really funny to watch. So for your eyes, please watch a live feeding of birds. This may look very violent, but don't worry, no bird are harmed in the process, except for the exhausted parents who probably would like to keep his dinner inside of his belly instead of being forced to shove it down the chick's throat. On the right, you can see that it's not just one bird that is solicited for food. You can see that Pikachu is being currently fed by Pichu on the right.
7 degrees Celsius in this split here, and I'm cold because I'm fasting.
Which shows that it's really effective to fight.
Usually I'm cold on the second day of fasting, so it would be tomorrow. But today, I don't know. I'm feeling cold.
Je vais avoir probablement le temps de faire une seule partie pour l'instant. Ensuite, quand il va rentrer, je vais avoir plein de trucs à faire. Et probablement après, j'aurai du temps.
Okay.
I have some preparations for tomorrow.
Okay.
The food mix for the animals hasn't put in the fridge in time, so it's still frozen. So this is what we made for Gump tonight. Fish, I'm not sure in English the name.
Chickpeas.
And chickpeas and sardine. Not sure.
A small fish that's really good.
So legumes and fish. Good.
And say 3 stuff that were positive for today.
we got to play HOTS and it was really nice, and we got destroyed playing stuff other than Shogal. So we ended up playing Shogal. And we ended up going back on the full bubble stun mode.
Which is effective. We find a new tree that we can eat the berries from, save for the seeds.
We did so much foraging. It was so fun.
Yes.
And we didn't even forage anything because actually we were on a fast. So.
And one last stuff that we are positive for.
Mm.
I got the new mouse for the computer, so hopefully.
And Gump, because we are fasting. So when we cook delicious stuff for our dog, it seems so good. And I'm so glad that Gump is enjoying right now the meal that they clearly deserve.
Yes, because they are amazing. We love you.